Guess down in the comments which eye you think is Natasha Denona or which one you think is ColourPop. And then, of course, I'll tell you before the close of this video. Hey everybody, welcome. I hope you're doing very fabulous. So today's video, I want to do a comparison. I want to compare the new Natasha Denona Golden Palette to the ColourPop's Golden Hour Palette. I don't know if the Golden Hour is going to be a worthy dupe or alternative to the more expensive Natasha Denona Golden Palette, which is $69. The ColourPop one is $24. I did recently pick up the Golden Hour for like $16 and some change. So ColourPop does go on sale quite a bit. Natasha Denona, not so much. Maybe a couple times a year she might run a sale. But let me show you these two palettes side by side. I want to see if the ColourPop Golden Hour palette would be a good alternative to this, so that way people don't have to spend almost, you know, with tax and shipping, I mean, you're getting into almost $80, $90 at that point, especially if you're international. So let me show you both of these palettes up close, side by side. I mean, my initial thought was that the ColourPop Golden Hour palette would be a really good replacement or dupe, alternative, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I do see a lot of similarities within these two palettes, you know, so I'm going to do two different eye looks. I'm going to do one eye look with the Natasha Denona Golden Palette, and I'm going to do another eye look with the ColourPop Golden Hour Palette, but I did swatch them, so let me show you the swatches first real quick. I just put them on my forearm. I'm going to show them to you side by side. That way you can see what they are. Now hold on. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit because I can't get, I feel like I'm not like a great swatcher. So this side's Natasha Denona. This side is the ColourPop. I do see some similarities. I do see some differences. Let me come in and then I'm just gonna scroll up. Okay, so there are the swatches. Natasha Denona, ColourPop. I do feel like I could get a very similar look. You know what's funny? I have not even used the ColourPop palette yet, so it's going to be a first impressions for me as well. So why don't I just go ahead and get into it? I'm not going to tell you which palette I'm going into or the names because I want you guys to guess at the end which one you think is the more high-end brand and which one you think is the ColourPop brand. But you know what? To be honest, I feel like ColourPop has a very good solid formula. I feel like they really can put high-end makeup companies to the test because ColourPop has a very good formula and they are made in the USA, whereas Natasha Denona is made in Italy. You guys know I love an Italian formula. But anyway, so let's get into the eye look and then we'll see. I'll tell you guys at the end. All right, so, how about I just start this eye here. I'm taking this mystery shade from the palette I'm not going to tell you about yet. I am using a Refer 16 to blend this shade out. I'm just putting it in my crease and then working it up as a transition. If you've been watching me a while, you know that's what I love to do. I'm very predictable. By the way, my name is Carrie. I love makeup. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't. I'm sorry, I forgot to say that. I got too excited to get into these palettes, but please subscribe if you like my content. And for those of you who already subscribed, y'all are the best. I have the best subscribers. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. All right, so now let's darken this eye up a little bit. So I'm going to take shade right here. I'm using a Refer number 14. I'm going to put that on the outer edge of the eye and start to carve out an outer V. And I'm actually going to bring it into the crease, that shade. You know, I've used the Natasha Denona Golden Palette a couple times already, and I really, really liked it. I've really enjoyed it. I do think that the palette is very soft. You're not going to get a very intense, deep eye look, but I do think that you're going to get a very glamorous and very beautiful, very feminine, very pretty eye look. And I do think that it's going to be perfect for Christmas coming up. All right, so now let's do something with the lower lash line. All right, I'm going to take a Rephr 13 and I'm going to put a lower lash line here. Oh, something fell in my eye. Hold on. All right. Crisis averted. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the brow bone. Let's highlight the brow bone. I'm using a brush that I can't see what it is. I do know that it's from Luxie. It is an angled brush, but I don't know what it is. I can't see the writing. It's rose gold pink writing on the pink brush, so I can't see it. I can't see it. I'm going to put a little bit of that on the lid as well. That could be a very beautiful matte eye, but you know I'm not going to stop there. I'm not going to stop there. I have to add the razzle dazzle. So I'm going to go in with the glitter glue. I'm going to put glitter glue all over my eyelid. Not on the outer V area though. I'm going to keep that area dark, but I'm going to put the glitter glue in the middle of the lid and the inner lid. I'm also going to put it in my inner corner because you know I'm going to put some razzle dazzle there. And I always like to put glitter glue in my crease and where my transition is, because I like to do those fake cut creases because I'm too lazy to do an actual real cut crease like with concealer. I ain't got time for all that. All right, so now, okay, I'm trying to look at shades, the glittery shades in both of these palettes to make sure that I keep them kind of similar. I want to trick you guys just a little bit, I don't want it to be so obvious. I'm sorry, not trick you. That wasn't a good term. I don't want it to be so obvious that you're like, oh yeah, that's that palette or that's the other one or whatever. I want to make it hard on you. That is so, gosh, that is so beautiful. So beautiful. Gosh, you guys, the palette so far that I'm using, I'm not telling you which one yet, but it is good quality. It is good, good, good. All right. Wow, so beautiful. All right, so now I got to take a little bit of razzle dazzle in the inner corner. So I'm going to take another Rephr 13 mini and I'm going to put a shade in the inner, and I'm going to bring it up and over a little bit. Here's where my fake cut crease comes into play. I put a little bit right there. Oh gosh, it's so beautiful. It's very beautiful. It's very feminine. It is just really, really beautiful. Okay, I'm going to take my finger going into a certain shade. I'm going to put it in the middle of my lid right here. Let's see if we can add a little bit of brightness. Yep, just right there. Little bit of brightness, and y'all know I like to do that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my eyeliner. This is my Essence But First Espresso. I am going to line the tops and the bottoms of the waterline, and then I'll go in with mascara, and then I'll move on to this eye. Okay, tat lining is done. Looks beautiful. Looks very, very beautiful. Now it is time for the mascara. I think I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Hella Thick. Love this mascara. Okay, you guys, that eye is done. It looks so, so beautiful. All right, so now let's see if I can recreate this look with the other palette. I think I'm using a Rephr 16. I'm going to put that in my crease. started in my crease anyways, and then I'm gonna work it up as a transition. That one's a little bit darker. I did not realize. A little bit darker, but that's all right. Okay, that one was a little bit darker, that transition color, but it was the closest one that I could see visually to it. Anyways, moving on. So now we got to darken up this outer V area, and I'm gonna do that right here. Tap off. At first I didn't get enough, and then the second time I got too much. It's blending really beautifully, actually. Okay, lower lash line. Okay, gonna take the first brush. I'm just gonna blend a little bit, not adding any more pigment or anything. So far, my impression is this eye's a little bit deeper, little bit more orangey undertones in it. So just an observance, But we'll wait to see the final before I give like a final verdict, because the final look is really, you know, where the, you know, money's gonna be. Okay, so now, nope, I did the brow bone. Okay, so now I'm gonna go brow bone. Almost forgot what I was doing, you guys. All right, I gotta get a brush for the brow bone, and I'm thinking this one right here for the brow bone. Ah, pretty close. Pretty close. Put some of that on the lid, like I did on the other side. It was really to put a base down for the glitter, the razzle dazzle, which I'm going to do now. I'm going to add some glitter glue to the eyelid. I think I found one of these palettes is a little bit more orange leaning. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another shade, another shimmery shade. I'm going to kind of go over that to see if I can match a little bit more of the gold. Okay, yeah, those two mixed together. Very beautiful, no doubt. Both eyes really, really pretty. Let's see if I can darken this side up a little bit more. Get a little bit more even with that side. Okay, so now the fun part. Let's add some of the Razzle Dazzle. Let's see what we can do with the inner corner here. And bring it up and over. God, that's beautiful. Oh, that shade is so, so pretty. All right, now add some right in the middle. Okay. All right, coming along. I see the vision, but I do see some differences. All right, so now we're gonna tight line with the same brown that I had. Tight lining is done, but this side does have a little bit more fallout. I'm trying to clean it up a little bit. But man, both eyes look really, really pretty, really nice. All right, I gotta put mascara on this side. So I'm gonna go in with the same mascara, the Fenty Beauty Hella Thick. Okay guys, those eyes are done. I'm gonna do the lips and then I'm gonna show you the final look. So lips, what can I do for these lips? Actually, hold on a second. I am a hot mess. I have got swatches, makeup, everything. They're all over my hands. I got it on my legs. I need to take a quick drink because I am burning up. You guys, it is so hot here in Florida right now. By the way, this is from Costco. This is what I'm drinking, in case you're wondering. What I like to do with these is once I drink like a quarter down or halfway down, I'll fill it with water, kind of dilute it a little bit. And then I put it in my freezer and then I take it out and it's nice and slushy and it's like perfect on these hot, hot days. All right, so lips. Let's move on to these lips. I think lips. What do I want to do for these lips? You guys, I have so many options for lips and really any lip would do so well. But you know what? I'm going to go with one of my favorites. One of my favorites is the Fenty Beauty Slip Shine Sheer Shiny Lipstick. I think I got all the words out. It's a lipstick, okay? It's a lipstick. Let's just call things what they are, lipsticks. But it is absolutely beautiful and it will complement these eyes perfectly. I'm not even gonna use a liner. I'm just gonna go right in with the lipstick. Okay, lips are done. Looks so beautiful, but I am going to add a little bit more extra razzle dazzle. I'm going to go in with the NYX new Butter Gloss Bling in Bring the Bling. It'll just add a little more gold to those lips. And shine. Oh, it's so beautiful, so beautiful. Oh, stunning. So let me swatch this for you really quick. Look at how beautiful. Look how beautiful. That is so, so beautiful. Okay, guys, it's time for me to show you the final look. And as I show you the final look, guess down in the comments which eye you think is Natasha Denona or which one you think is ColourPop. And then, of course, I'll tell you before the close of this video. Okay, guys, this makeup look is complete and I want to give you some thoughts. I do think that the ColourPop Golden Hour palette is a worthy contender, a worthy alternative to the Natasha Denona Golden Palette. So let me pull them out real quick and then I'll tell you which eye is which eye. So the ColourPop is this eye. It's my left eye right here. And the Natasha Denona Golden Palette is this eye right here. I do think looking at me like this, you would never tell that they were two different palettes. I think the only, very, 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 I'm looking in a little viewfinder. I know y'all are right here, but I'm looking there. Very, very subtle differences. The ColourPop palette was a lot more fallout, a little bit more powdery. I did have a little bit more fallout on this side of my face, but you know, that's not a deal breaker for me. For, you know, almost $45 cheaper. Absolutely. I do feel like the ColourPop side is a little deeper, a little bit more oranger leaning, but that could have just been the shades that I, you know, picked out that I thought were the best for, you know, this to compete with this eye. But when I look at it, I mean, this eye here maybe a tad more golden, and this one here a little bit more bronze, but honest to goodness, like I said before, you guys can't tell from far away at all, and nobody else would even notice. So ColourPop Golden Hour, green light, you guys. If you don't want to spend 69 bucks for the Natasha Denona Golden Palette, ColourPop Golden Hour is a worthy dupe. You guys comment below. Tell me what you think. Do you agree with me? Or am I just crazy? Are you seeing something different than what I'm seeing? So comment below. Tell me what you think. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.